Hello everyone, Lawrence here from Unicorn Reviews today with the Bitfenix Fury 650G power supply. So in this box, actually not in this box, in that PC right there, I'll add B-roll and all that sort of stuff later on. Anyway, we got an 80 plus gold power supply, so that's plenty really. So it's one of these awesome new power supplies. It's fully modular except for the 24 pin, so I guess not fully modular, but modular enough for most purposes. To me, the main reason to go with this one is because all the cables that are included with it are very lovely sleeves. It's called nano sleeve braided cables. Basically, they're very nice sleeved cables and you don't have to buy cable mod kit. So that's really lovely. So we're going to have a look at those, and as you'll see, they're pretty gorgeous. Right, and so I took a bunch of these cables out of the box to have a look at. So all of these are fairly long and they all have this really lovely individually sleeved look. All the cables are black. You can't see through this braid at all, which is the most important bit. Anyway, so these all look really good and you do get a lot of them, and they also smell quite nicely. I somehow opened the box and said, hey, these smell nice, and I've never had that with power supply cables before. So you get a bunch of cables, as I said. So this one just has 4 SATA powers. This one has, oh yeah, these are the PCI connectors. These are the best ones. So usually you'll have these PCI connectors that are 6+2, but the connector will be up here. With this one, the connector is all the way at the 8-pin side. So Bitfenix didn't really try to save money on cables here or on braiding by actually doing it this way. Now what this means, fairly simply, is that there's no dangling thing in your power supply if you only use 6 pins. So you only get the 6-pin end, and it just looks really awesome. You get 4 of those, by the way. What else do we have? We have Molexes. So this is 3 Molexes. This is a Molex and a SATA power, which is great if you're running a Molex and a SATA power configuration, which is something you might do if you just have one SSD in the system and you're running all your fans off of the power supply. Another one of those VGA cables, and one of so this one has 2 SATA powers. There's also another one of these in the system already. Now in the system already is our 24-pin connector, which is also lovely and braided. 2 of the VGA connectors are already in there, as well as the 8-pin, and you can actually hook up 2 of those 8 pins onto the power supply. So you get a lot of options. It's rated at 650 watts, which is basically plenty for dual GPUs or a heavy CPU and single or maybe even dual GPUs. So this power supply can do it pretty much all. It is gold rated, and so it's time to move on to our conclusion. All right, and so conclusion time on the Bitfenix Fury 650G gold plus 80 plus gold, whatever, power supply, and it is bloody awesome. I really enjoyed using it, and it's awesome. It looks awesome. You don't have to go with cable extenders. You don't have to buy separate cables like you would with other power supplies. So basically they just got the nail right on the head here, Bitfenix. It should maybe do it in more colors to fit a black and red theme build like I have behind me. But what they did is already really awesome. Now, if there's one drawback to this, it is that on the back of your case, the cables, because they're individually sleeved, they're a tiny little bit thicker. But then if you compare that to getting other cables or using extenders, there's less cable to worry about. I'll show some pictures obviously of the back of the case because, as always, I'm a bit anal about cable management, but it's really easy to make a build look really good with these cables. They're also fairly affordable with a lot of discounts throughout the range. So guys, if you like this video, press that like button. If you didn't like the video, don't do anything. Maybe watch another one of my videos. You may like that one. Subscribe below. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and it just helps me out a lot. And yeah, thank you all very, very much for watching.